See a car like this, and your brain instantly makes a calculation. The pristine paint, the custom rims, the six-figure price tag, it all signals financial victory. You naturally assume the person behind the wheel has made it. But that gleaming metal doesn't actually represent wealth. It represents money that has permanently left their bank account. If someone pays $100,000 in cash for a sports car, the only thing you know for certain about their finances is that they have $100,000 less than they did yesterday. This is the trap perfectly engineered for high-income earners. You study hard, land the prestigious job, secure the promotions, and watch your W-2 grow. Yet at the end of every month, you feel like you're sprinting on a treadmill, sweating to hit your goals, while your net worth barely moves forward. The irony of modern finance is that the intense psychological drive to broadcast your success to the world is the exact mechanism keeping your bank accounts empty. Most professionals rely entirely on active income. That means you are selling your most finite, irreplaceable resource, your time, in exchange for a paycheck. Whether you're making $40,000 a year or $400,000, your earnings are strictly capped by the number of hours you can physically stay awake. And the harder you push to scale that active income, the heavier the resistance becomes. The tax code is not designed to favor W-2 employees. The higher you climb the corporate ladder, the larger the percentage the government takes from every marginal dollar you earn, long before that money ever hits your checking account. Relying exclusively on your employer's salary is playing a rigged mathematical game. It's a system built to sustain the economic status quo, meaning true financial independence is mathematically impossible unless you completely change how you route your capital. Modern consumerism thrives on creating an endless loop of comparison. The entire economy is structured to help you fake financial success, offering easy credit and monthly payment plans so you can display the symbols of a high-status life to strangers on the internet. This triggers a reflex known as lifestyle inflation. The moment you get a $5,000 raise, you lease a nicer apartment, upgrade to a luxury SUV, and dine at expensive restaurants. Your expenses expand instantly to absorb every new dollar of income. Financial author Morgan Housel points out a counterintuitive truth. Actual wealth is completely invisible. Wealth is the declined first-class upgrade, the diamond watch left behind, and the unbought designer clothes. Wealth is the financial assets that haven't been converted into physical stuff. When you understand this, personal savings stops being a boring mathematical formula. Savings is simply the measurable distance between your ego and your income. It's the money left over when you decide you no longer need to prove anything to anyone else. You can earn a surgeon's salary, but without cultivating a deep, defensive humility, your ego will always find a way to spend every dime. Psychology dictates your spending habits, but mechanics dictate your net worth. To escape the treadmill, you have to objectively separate the things that put money into your pocket from the things that pull money out. This flowchart maps the standard middle-class financial disaster. A paycheck comes in, and it flows straight down into heavy liabilities: a massive primary mortgage, a 60-month car loan, credit card debt. They mislabel these burdens as assets, while the cash bleeds out the bottom as permanent expenses. Look at the right side of this same diagram to see an actual asset in action. By strict mechanical definition, an asset must deposit passive income into your pocket without requiring your physical labor. Real estate generating rent, a business paying dividends, or a portfolio of index funds. These catch your initial capital and loop it back up to create a brand new, self-sustaining income stream. The rich are playing a completely different economic game. While everyone else is negotiating for a 5% raise at work, the wealthy are quietly focusing all their energy on accumulating as many of these independent, cash-flowing systems as possible. Treating expensive liabilities as trophies of success is the exact mechanism that permanently drains middle-class cash flow dry. The only way out is a strict behavioral mandate: paying yourself first. Before you service your ego-driven desires and before you pay the credit card company, you must intercept your own capital and force it into the asset column. Think of every dollar you save not as a static number in a bank account, but as a relentless employee you just hired. Once that dollar goes into your asset column, it works 24 hours a day, never complains, and splits and multiplies to generate even more capital to build your financial fortress. Accumulating these assets doesn't require a genius-level IQ or a prestigious corner office. It relies almost entirely on boring, repetitive, mechanical discipline executed over a long period of time. If you can successfully freeze your lifestyle expectations right where they are and let your asset column compound quietly in the background, your financial independence becomes a mathematical certainty. The ultimate goal of hoarding these assets isn't to look at a high score in your brokerage account. The goal is to purchase the one asset you can never work harder to earn, your own time. Contrast this self-reliance with the traditional path, relying on external safety nets, pension promises, or government checks for your survival leaves you fragile and highly vulnerable to systems entirely out of your control. The actual utility of an accumulated asset base is the flexibility it provides. It gives you unforced options. It allows you to walk away from a toxic job, weather an economic downturn, and dictate exactly how you spend every single morning. True wealth is the invisible freedom to live life entirely on your own terms, and the only way to afford that freedom is to definitively stop caring about the financial opinions of everyone else.